So here we are with week 2 of our videos of my toddler at home. So I'm still home with my son. So I've been coming up with other craft ideas to do with Talon this week. Just get him involved, get him learning. So with it being fall now, I live over in Portland, Oregon. So we've been going out and collecting pine cones and leaves to do for our projects. And so we actually did 2 projects this week that involved pine cones and some painting with some leaves and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and go over how to do those with you guys, so that way you can maybe take these and do some fun stuff with your toddlers, get them learning about fall and the different seasons and nature. So first and foremost, what Talon and I did was, again, we went to just a local park and picked up pine cones and leaves that have changed colors already due to it being fall. So here's, the pine cones that we picked up, that are all still intact, and there was a bunch that were all smushed, and so we left those ones and just picked up the ones that were all still good to go. And I came home and I Googled how to make scented pine cones. That was our project for last night. And it's actually really simple. It was really inexpensive. The whole project cost me $6. But I mean, I also had some of the stuff at home. So the materials that you need to make the scented pine cones are obviously pine cones, ziplock bags, a baking sheet, some aluminum foil, just about a foot of aluminum foil, and then some essential oils, which that's the only thing that cost me anything for the project. So I just went to my local craft store and got some of this essential oil here. It's just a little itty bitty bottle, a half of an ounce on that. So these were $2.99 a piece, and I bought 2. I bought cinnamon and apple spice. I'm not the biggest fan of cinnamon, but when you mix it with the apple spice, it kind of smells like apple pie. So that's why I got 2 of those. But even just one will make quite a few of the scented pine cones. So you could even do this project for $3. So per the instructions that I found online, I'll go ahead and credit the website where I found the instructions. I'll also go ahead and post the instructions as well. It states to first take your pine cone and wash the pine cone, and all I did was I ran it under warm water for about 30 seconds, just get any sap and dirt and any bugs or anything out of there, so you don't want that. And then you place it on the aluminum foil on the cookie sheet, and you put it in the oven on 200 or warm for about an hour. I put mine in there for about 45 minutes just because it was getting late. So once you take it out of there, they're still going to be warm, which is kind of good. It actually made my kitchen smell kind of like this pine. It actually was pretty good. So then once you do that, you take your ordinary Ziploc bag here, and I've already dumped some of the essential oil in the Ziploc bag, so you're supposed to put in your Ziploc bag here, and then just take the essential oil and dump in a couple of drops, depending on how strong you want the fragrance to be. And then you seal it with some air still in the Ziploc bag, and just shake it like so, and just tip it over and make sure that the oil gets, nice and coated on that pine cone. And the instructions state to just leave it in the Ziploc bag for about 7 days. I probably won't leave them in there that long, maybe a day or so. And then you can do anything with them. You can just place them kind of around your house, or in the corner of your dresser drawer, up in your closet to make your clothes smell good. It's like a, Febreze, only cheaper and more fun to make. And then what I'm going to do with it is I've got these hooks all over my house on the ceiling. You'll see it up there where that black thing is hanging from. I'm just going to hang that behind the opening of the kitchen here to make my kitchen and my house smell good, and you won't be able to see it unless you're actually on this side of the kitchen. So, and then I'm going to put, like I said, some more in my closet to make my clothes smell good, and the rest of my house. So it was just kind of a neat craft idea to get Talon involved with nature and get him outside running around, picking up the pine cones, and getting to pick out the leaves that were changing colors as well. So that was a ton of fun. The second project that we did was we made autumn leaves. I just printed out some pictures of leaves for autumn, and then I took some paint that we'd gotten at the craft store and put it in a couple of different paper bowls, and then we added water and then mixed it all up. So we had red, brown, orange, and green for our colors. What we did is once we filled this up with water, we took the pictures of the leaves and held them over the little paper bowls, and then we had straws and we were blowing bubbles with the paint and making this kind of bubbly type print on the leaves, so it kind of looked like the leaves were changing colors. And then the finished product is I'm going to cut the leaves out and put another piece of paper behind it and then turn them into little picture frames to put up around the house and give to my family as well. Talon had a lot of fun doing that. Some of the finished products here were this, and you can see just like where the bubbles are and how you can see where it changed colors. And then here's another one that didn't turn out so dark, but you can still see like the brown and the green, and so those turned out pretty good. I was really excited about that turning out really well. So those were our art projects for the week. Another thing I wanted to share with you was my loot. I've spent a total of $30 on all my art supplies this week. That'll actually last us for quite a while. I have my little bucket here. The bucket itself I found at the Salvation Army for $2. It's got all of our art supplies in it, and we also used it to go to the park and pick up our pine cones. So first what I got were these little paints, Crayola paints, which came in a box of 10 for $6 at Joann Fabrics. And probably the most exciting thing I got was some construction paper. It's got 36 sheets, and that was at the dollar store. So I was super excited about that. I also got a stapler at the dollar store to put together our activity books. And then I also got these because our next project is going to be, I printed off copies of just each letter in the alphabet and numbers, so we can color those in. I'm going to cut those out and put those up on his wall so we can continue to practice those every day. So what I went and got were these little adhesive sticky dots, which are normally used for scrapbooking, but they're completely removable, so they won't damage the paint in his room, because I live in an apartment, so we don't want to do that. But we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. I'll post some pictures of that when we're done. And the last thing I wanted to share with you was one of our next projects that we're probably going to be doing in the next week or so is I found this idea online of how to convert your toddler's crib into a desk once they move into the toddler bed or twin bed like my son is in. So it's a really neat idea. I'm going to go ahead and video record that whole process. The whole project takes less than $20 because all you need to buy is some particle board and either some chalkboard paint or the adhesive chalkboard material, which I checked on Home Depot. The particle board and the adhesive paint, or I'm sorry, the blackboard paint or adhesive, both of those are less than $10. So I'll go ahead and post that and that whole project once we get the chance to do that. Otherwise, that's what we've been up to this week. Again, I spent less than $30 on all of my art supplies. Talon's had a blast. We get to go out and go to the park every single day and learn something new each day. So those were our projects for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video this week. If you like it, if you like my ideas, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And don't hesitate to send me your ideas, and I'll go ahead and try them out and post how they work and our end results here on the videos, and I'll go ahead and give you credit for it because I'm not shady like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video this week, and I hope you guys all have a great week with your toddlers.